after Christmas, I went to one of my favorite places, not after Christmas, yes, after Christmas Day, but before the New Year, I went to one of my favorite places. Do you know where that is?
Oh, jingle bells, jingle bells.
That's right, it's Dollywood. Oh, I love Dollywood and Pigeon Forge. I love it so much, and especially at Christmas. Basically only at Christmas, because I love Christmas so much, and they have a Rudolph thing there so you can go see, the characters, which, whatever, I'm a child at heart. But I loved it, you guys. I love Dollywood at Christmas. They have a new section that was open that I'm sorry, I don't remember the exact name of it, but you can look it up. I'll post it here. Okay, and some friends of mine were the ones that designed that, some friends here in Orlando. And so I knew that, and so I texted them and said, hey, guess where we are? And posted a picture on their, texted them, and they're like, are you here now? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, we are too. And so they were there. It was Joyce Arbusius and Mike Avila, friends of mine who are also designers and show directors and show producers. And now they're doing stuff for Dollywood. And so they had built out this whole new section, was kind of their baby. And so it was so wonderful to see them and see that and get to have a good Christmas up there in the Smoky Mountains.
But the main reason I want to come to Pigeon Forge is for this one place. It's called the Christmas Place. It's like this gigantic Christmas wonderland. You would not believe how much Christmas stuff is in here. It's all Christmas, year-round. It's so big, it has its own hotel, the Christmas Place Inn, or the Inn at Christmas Place, I'm not sure. But it's right across the street. But I'm telling you, you guys, this place is massive. It is so massive. We're gonna go inside. I'm gonna show you all the magic that is Christmas encapsulated into one gigantic store. It makes me happy. Now, I've never been to that giant Christmas store up in Michigan that everybody talks about. Yes, I need to go there. I need to make a trip and go there one day. But right now, we are going to stop here at the incredible Christmas Place in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Enjoy.
Thumpity thump thump thumpity thump thump thumpity thump thump thump. Oh, Frosty the Snowman was a jolly happy soul,
with a corncob pipe
and a button nose
and two eyes made out of coal.
Oh, Frosty the Snowman was a fairy tale, they say.
He was made of snow,
But the children know how he came to life one day. There must have been some magic in that old silk hat they found. For when they placed it on his head, he began to dance around. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list and checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping, and he knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming, you know. Santa Claus is coming, you know. Santa Claus is, you know.
Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen.
But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? early Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him as we shouted out with glee. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history.
Frosty the Snowman, the red-nosed reindeer
Is coming to town. Do, 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 do.
So, Christmas was over. Happy New Year. It's 2020. And what are we doing? All of a sudden, we're learning new music because Voctive's about to go back out on tour. So we had our first show in Lakeland, Florida, and it was sort of our test run of new stuff because we were adding new songs from the Somewhere There's Music CD. Moon River and Smoke Gets in Your Eye, Somewhere Over the Rainbow. It went well, but we learned some things about, we need to get this a little bit tighter. And so we had another rehearsal. And then we went out on the road on the 23rd. Here we are in Starkville, Mississippi. We flew in there, and you guys, it is the smallest airport, literally the smallest airport I've ever been to. It was one gate. And there was one person who, I felt like, it wasn't, but it felt like there was one person who, when you would go to the airport, would be like, check in here and take your ticket and check your bag. And then you go over to security and you couldn't go to security because that person was still working the ticket gate. So they couldn't do the security. So you sat in a little area and waited, and there was a little concession thing. And then that person would come over and put on a different hat and sell you concessions. And then they would go over and check security. It wasn't that minimal, but seriously, there were maybe 5 people that worked in that airport. There was a luggage, a ticketing, concessions, a security, and then a ticket person at the, flight attendant for the airline. It was small, but it was cute, and we played there. And that was fun. That was a fun concert. Flew to Nashville the next day. You guys, I know if you follow me at all, you know that Nashville was the be-all, end-all for me and pretty much every concert we've ever done. I was so nervous because all of us had a lot of friends, but I am from that area, from the Nashville area, and so I had friends from my first girlfriend from elementary school, from 2nd grade was there. People from my high school days were there. People from my college days were there. People from Opryland when I used to work at the theme park that I haven't seen since I worked in the theme park in 92, 91, 94. So like some of them since 1991, I haven't seen. I had like 75 people there. I haven't lived in Nashville in like 26 years. It has changed a lot. There was no professional football team. Downtown 2nd Avenue was just a scary, you didn't really go there. The Ryman Auditorium wasn't open again then, where the Grand Ole Opry is, or was back in the day. Now you don't even recognize downtown. There's a Country Music Hall of Fame, is this huge building, the Bridgestone Arena, all these buildings. The Skirmerhorn Symphony Center where we played was beautiful. It looked like an old building that had been there for 100 years, the way they modeled it. And it was beautiful. It was just gorgeous.
Hey everybody, it's me, Kurt, and I just checked in here in Nashville at our hotel, and this is actually the Skirmerhorn Center that we're going to be performing at tonight. And I'm looking out my hotel window at the Skirmerhorn, so that's kind of cool. And I think that right there is the Country Music Hall of Fame, and there's the Bridgestone Arena, and there's the sports arena. It's like there's all this new stuff. Man, Nashville, I do not recognize it at all. Look, it's Voctive on the billboard outside the Skirmerhorn. That's so exciting. Oh my goodness. Nashville is a-growing. Just saying.
Beautiful symphony space, and hands down, one of the best audiences and probably the best concert we did on the entire tour. And boy, if a Nashville audience loves you musically, then you're doing something right. And we were treated so well. They loved us, and it was just, I can't say enough nice things about it. So the next day, we get up and zip down to Marion, Arkansas, which is right outside Memphis. And we played there. This was our 3rd time playing there. And it's primarily at a high school and for the high school kids in Marion. And they are always very sweet and very kind to us. And so we had a great concert there, but we found out it wasn't a large crowd. I don't think it was advertised a lot because there was a lot of other stuff going on. Amy Grant was doing a concert with the symphony and somebody else was in town. So we were like one of many things to do that night. But we had a nice turnout and the people that were there were really nice. And the kids, especially the high school kids, were great. So after Marion, we fly down to New Orleans.
Home of pirates, drunks and whores, New Orleans. Tacky, overpriced souvenir stores. If you want to go to hell, you should take that trip to the Sodom and Gomorrah on the Mississippi, New Orleans.
And we did a haunted history tour or something like that, or dark history tour of New Orleans. And again, I wish I could remember the guy's name. Sorry, if I look it up, I'll put it down here. And he was this cool trench coat wearing long-haired dude who just talked, it was just had a cool way of presenting his stuff. Walked us all around for a couple of hours in New Orleans at night, showing us where people had gotten killed and murdered and just the dark side of history of New Orleans.
We're going on a ghost tour, and that's Jonathan.
2005, when Katrina slammed into New Orleans, the people who listened to the city for the entire time have been using the axemen to make children behave.
But there's also, in New Orleans, there's a lot of pride from the people that have lived there their whole lives. And when the hurricane came through and wiped things out and people came in and tried to take advantage and you know, they don't like that now it's becoming like Disney World. It's becoming a theme park as opposed to being the original city that it was.
It's me and Ashley, and here we are on Bourbon Street in the Big Easy. Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
But luckily, when you take a tour like we did, he was really great to take you to the areas that have been there forever, some of the oldest buildings. And as we'd walk down the street, people would pass by and yell out his name like, hey, so-and-so, and like, you know that he lived there and the people liked him and respected him, and it was just really not trying to sell you anything kind of thing. And I love it.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay. No. Trying to cut it off on the cat.
Yeah, you got a big group of like 5 like over the bar.
Over.
No, it's all good.
Overdine, I believe. Over grill. Over grill. It's the thing. We're here at the Corner Grill. They said that a lot of what's that movie this one here?
What was the one? With Benjamin Buttons? Benjamin Buttons?
Sorry. Where's the outfit? Oh, no, you're fine. Yeah.
There you go.
And then we played in Luling. We were in Luling. And when I tell people we went to New Orleans to play in Luling, anybody that I know that is from there is like, Luling? Did you play at a factory? Because really, it's just an industrial little section there in New Orleans. There's not a lot to it. However, they have just recently built a performing arts center or concert hall that was gorgeous. They treated us amazingly well. It's right under this giant bridge that comes over into Luling out of New Orleans. And it was just beautiful. And the choir director there that was in charge of booking us, he was so sweet. And you guys, this whole tour too was about the food. We ate in New Orleans. We ate in New Orleans and we ate in New Orleans. And then the next time, where did we go? Houston, Texas. We ate in Nashville. We ate in Houston, Texas. We had lunch with Mark Lowry, you guys.
We're at dinner in Houston, Texas, Papazitas with Mark Lowry. I know.
As long as I didn't eat any of it.
Having lunch with Benetton.
That little turkey.
Brilliant. Order me some. Y'all, we are at the
Papa
Mark Lowry, he's the sweetest man on the planet. Oh, I love him so much. Mark Lowry's an angel. So we had lunch at a Mexican place with Mark Lowry and just had a blast with him, and we're all full as ticks. And then we go to do our concert at the Bayou Theater, and we're all just stuffed. And I have these clothes from Christmas, a vest that I'm trying to wear that has now, I have completely outgrown it. So by the time we're playing in Houston, it's like buttons are about to pop off this vest. I'm like encased in it. So we play there. It was great. The next day we go to Boerne, Texas. And Boerne is, I think, where George Strait lives. There's a lot of billboards with him on it, representing people's products and businesses there. It was great. Boerne was fun. We played actually at a school, Champion High School in Boerne. And we did a workshop that afternoon when we got there for 1,000 fourth graders. Did you see the video of me doing SpongeBob SquarePants with 1,000 fourth graders? That was in Boerne.
Are you ready, kids? I can't hear you. Oh, listen up, I'm gonna see. I'm sort of yellow and porous is he. Nautical nonsense is something you wish. What that can flop like a fish. SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants.
And it was amazing. And I thought, I'm not going to miss this opportunity. Because everybody goes, Jamie's like, say hi. Everybody say hi to Kurt. And everybody's like, hi, Kurt. And I couldn't help but go, are you ready, kids? Ah! And they did it. And they did the whole song. And it was magical and fun. And that was the highlight. Boerne was great. And they were really sweet. And they treated us wonderful. And the concert that night was wonderful. It was a beautiful theater. The theater they have at the school is fantastic. But the people in charge there, thank you, Boerne. They were wonderful, and I hope they have us back sometime because it was really, really kind of awesome. Okay, after Boerne, we fly to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and drive up to Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. And Broken Arrow is where Sandy Patty lives, or I think she's from there. She was going to come to the concert, but she wasn't feeling well, and her husband wasn't feeling well, so they didn't get to come. So it was sad that we didn't get to see her. Where did we play? Broken Arrow Performing Arts Center, but it was in the Kristen Chenoweth Theater. And outside the front, if you saw my live video from there, there's all this memorabilia from Kristen Chenoweth. And so we recorded a video. They had us record a little video, sing a song, and they sent it to Kristen because they do that with every artist that comes in. We were hoping we would have heard back from her. Kristen Chenoweth, we're hoping we hear back from you. So, because we would love to work with Kristen Chenoweth. Okay, I'm just putting that out there to the universe. So if you see this Kristen Chenoweth, or if anyone out there knows Kristen Chenoweth, and I have friends that do know Kristen Chenoweth, I've actually met Kristen Chenoweth. Kristen, why don't you come do a song with Voktin? Okay, thanks. Hey, and if we did a song with Kristen Chenoweth, tell me in the comments, what song would you want us to do as a duet, or with a backup for Kristen Chenoweth? Tell me. So anyway, after we left there, our final concert was in Joplin, Missouri, at the Joplin Performing Arts Center. And what I loved, first of all, they treated us wonderfully. They were very sweet to us, and they gave us these big welcome packets with like postcards and magnets and stuff all about Joplin in there. It was really wonderful and fed us well. Everybody fed us so well. It was crazy. But what I love is that Route 66 goes through Joplin, and I am a nut for some reason over Route 66. I don't study it, and I don't, whatever, and I don't have memorabilia in my house, but one of my dreams, bucket list dream vacations, is to rent an RV in Chicago and drive to Santa Monica Pier in California and try to take as much of Route 66 as possible. I think that would be an awesome vacation. I think doing the same thing with like an RV and going up to like Yosemite and going to national parks in the Northwest. I've never been to the Northwest other than like Seattle for like 2 days, or that kind of stuff. Or, I need to go up there. I need to explore the parks. So I think that'd be fun. Has anybody ever done that? Let me know if you've done that. So I went to this place where there's all these murals for where Route 66 comes through. I actually drove on Route 66 and parked my car, and there's like this fake car and a mural there and all this kind of stuff. So I did little selfies the next morning before I had to go to the airport back in Tulsa, and flew home, and that was our tour. I really hope we continue down this path. I hope we play more symphony halls, just because I love acoustically. That is where we should perform, because they're acoustically made for like a cappella music and that kind of stuff. For some reason, we sound our best and we feel our best playing in places like that. So I hope anybody out there, Costa Mesa, we'd love to come back, or La Jolla, any place that we've played. Don't get me wrong, any place we've played, we would love to come back. Okay, because so far no one has treated us poorly. Everyone's been bending over backwards to make us feel at home and treat us well and feed us well. Lord, they fed us well. But anyway, so that's the end of the tour in January that we had, January through the beginning of February. Wonder what's next? So after that tour, what did I do? I went on another cruise, you guys. Hello, Royal Caribbean Cruise Line. If you'd like to offer me some free cruises for really, boosting you guys' sales, because I love Royal Caribbean. I love them. And this was one, when we were on the cruise last year, in February of last year, we went ahead and booked another one in advance because you get a little bit of money off, like $100 off if you book in advance and all that kind of stuff. We went on the cruise in Royal Caribbean, and this was just me and Zach. We went on the cruise and had a blast. And unfortunately, one of the stops we were supposed to go to got canceled, so we ended up going to San Juan. And then instead of going to Perfect Day, which we had tickets, Perfect Day in Coco Cay, we were actually going to do the water slides and all that, and I was going to report back with all this fun stuff. That got canceled because of storms, so we went to Labadee, Haiti, which we'd been to before, and Labadee's just like ocean. It's beautiful. It's, their little section of privateness on Haiti. And I don't even think we got off the ship that day. We got off in San Juan to go to the Walgreens and pick up some sunscreen. So we weren't really big about getting off the ship on this trip. So we just stayed on. So I didn't think there was much to report about. I lost a lot of money gambling, and they gave me nothing for that. So, and now the cruise lines, I'm sure, because of the coronavirus, are going to be hurting for business, people not traveling and all that kind of stuff. So I'm sure they are not going to be offering a lot of free anything over the next couple of years. So this might have been my last cruise for a while.
Crispy spicy shrimp.
Liberal.
So for the sauces, you can mix and match whatever you want, wherever you want to put. Okay, there you go. There you go. Yes. Okay, and that's it. This is my brunch. Okay.
That is a lot of food.
Bravo, bravo.
We're going to do presentation after they cut it.
Guys, huge news. That's right, we're recording a new album. And I know most of the songs that are on it so far, 4 or 5 of which I have already seen the charts to. I've sung through a couple of them. One of them is Epic. You guys, I'm going to go on a limb and say this might be the best CD we have ever done. We haven't even started recording it. But I'm going to go out on a limb and just say, musically, what is on this CD, it's going to be awesome. I can't wait. I can't wait to get in the studio and start recording and be able to tell you guys, hopefully, more about what's going to be on there.
This just did. This is so amazing. Okay, so I just did my live feed on Facebook, chatting with a bunch of folks, and I found out that Jamie Ray did one earlier today. And so I'm going to squeeze this in before I post all this, get it put together, and post it on YouTube. But I found out that Jamie announced 2 of the songs that we're going to be doing. One is a 1990s Disney Channel theme song medley. That's right. He names a bunch of the songs that were going to be in it, and Muppet Babies, Gummy Bears, you name it, all that stuff's going to be in there. The stuff you know and love from the Disney Channel 1990s. But the big one that I'm most excited about, and everybody's been asking for it, is we are doing the Prince of Egypt medley. And it is huge. It is over 30 pages long. It is huge. So I don't know if that's one that we'll ever do in concerts. Who knows? But it is so long. It is the longest song we will have ever done. But it is epic, epic. And so the Prince of Egypt medley we are doing based on songs from the movie and now musical the Prince of Egypt. So I just wanted to put that in there and let you know.
Everybody stay home, wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands, and quit hoarding toilet paper. Okay? It doesn't make sense why you're doing that. I don't know why you're doing that. Virtual hugs to everybody and elbow kisses and whatever you do. I don't know what that is. Everybody's knocking elbows now. That was something else. So hey, everybody, wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. Stay safe. Watch some Netflix or Hulu or Amazon Prime or whatever it is you watch, and just enjoy some time getting to know yourself. What do you love? What do you love about yourself? Well, then delve into that, you know? Try a new hobby. Love each other. I love you all. Thank you again for supporting Voctive and for supporting me. Please share this. Tell your friends. We need to get Kurt's Blurts back rolling again. So, you guys, thanks for watching. I love you all. Be safe. Bye.